screen, was some guy yelling at you?
Oh no, I was just watching a Facebook video.
Oh,
My bad. Um,
no. Good.
all right, let's get started. Sorry, we just started the broadcast and we're about to take the quiz. Scott didn't show up today. So yeah, we're just starting the quiz. All right, so are you on the quiz as well?
I'm on the quiz.
All right, so question 3 is what hypothesis involves equality?
Mm-hmm.
And which hypothesis involves equality? I put the null hypothesis.
Okay. Why did you put that one?
It was
Oh,
just
the
from the
null. I thought you said the no.
yeah, sorry. The null hypothesis
No,
is
no,
just
you're
from
good.
the reading. So the
Okay.
null hypothesis is like
Sorry, go ahead.
the hypothesis that you've come up with. The alternative hypothesis is the one that like is opposite of what you said. So say like my hypothesis is the sky is blue, and then the alternative hypothesis would be like I believe the sky is red. I
Okay.
don't know. It's kind of like stupid. Hey,
Okay.
I'm just doing the group meeting quiz. Do you have anything to add for the null hypothesis, Michaela?
No. I got you a sub.
Thanks.
Michaela, I got 81 on my exam.
You did?
I know, it's kind of good because this class is like a little bit more difficult for me.
No, that's pretty good.
Darren only missed 2, so he got like a 94, but whatever.
Yeah.
Darren's a turd.
He's a
It's
turd.
okay. Yeah, Darren's a jerk. Don't worry. And 80 is good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, like Michaela on her first test, she only got an 88.
Mm-hmm.
And she is like, she walked in and she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get 100% on this
Yeah.
test. And then she was bummed.
Yeah.
But then she just worked hard and got better grades.
No, actually, I went into him and I got a 93.
Oh, yeah, you might have just done like a
Because
rounding
I did
error or
like
something.
rounding errors. and I
Oh,
went-
really?
Well, like I was like, there's no way that I got an 88. I walked in thinking that I honestly got like 100. So I went to him and he was like, we went over the test together and he was like, oh yeah, like he gave me a few points back because he was like, I could see where you like went wrong.
I might email him then.
Yeah, I would just go over the test together.
Yeah, I do that.
Harder to do online. Did you take it online too, Michaela?
No, I didn't.
But like, if you go, like he said that he'll go over it. Like you can set up an appointment with him.
But yeah, you totally should because even if I got like a 95, I'd probably still go and talk to him.
Just
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
No, I didn't.
Look.
Okay, I'll email him up and just make sure. That's important. Thanks, Michaela. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, no problem.
So yeah, the null hypothesis is just like it's like your ordinary hypothesis, right? And
No, yeah.
then the
Alternative
alternative is like
Is
the
when you're
opposite.
disagreeing.
It's like I believe the sky's blue. Then the alternative hypothesis would be like this. I believe the sky's red.
Mhm.
And you're trying to disprove that. Yeah, that's what I put. That's what I told them. Okay.
Where's your other guy?
So null is disagreement. Alternative is 2 different viewpoints.
No, null is what you believe. Like I believe the sky is blue.
Okay.
Like that's your hypothesis. And then the alternative hypothesis would be the opposite. Let's do a better one. Like
So like the null is the original hypothesis.
yeah, so it'd be like I believe that car emission is bad for the environment. Like that's my
Oh.
hypothesis.
And then mine is like,
And
well,
then-
it's not really bad, and that's an alternative hypothesis.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Cool, guys.
Alrighty. The p-value is the probability of obtaining a sample statistic at least as extreme as one that is actually observed. Remember that p-value is the probability of obtaining a sample statistic at least at an extreme as one that was observed. When computing the p-value, which hypothesis do you have to assume is true? Okay, for that, you
I
have
thought
to
this was alternative. What? Because is it giving a different view to the null hypothesis?
no, because like it's the null hypothesis because it's like you observe that the sky was blue.
Okay.
So it's like, or you observe cars like giving off exhaust onto like plants and the plants died or something. Like you
Okay.
have to observe something that's at least as like extreme as something that you actually observed.
Muffin, what's wrong with Archer?
I have to do this, Michaela. Thanks though. I appreciate you.
You can eat in front of me. I don't care. Might as well, dude, if you're starving. You know, I've got some spaghetti here that my wife dropped me off, actually, so it's all good.
Your wife loves you.
She does love me. Really does. Thank goodness, right? Because how sad of a marriage would that be?
Yeah. All right. Suppose the null hypothesis is the mean of 10. Hypothesis, your null hypothesis has a mean of 10. Which of the following represents the alternative hypothesis?
So then, if it equals 10, then the alternative just doesn't equal 10? Is as simple as that?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to do the not equal to with the slash.
Yeah.
For left-tailed.
The mean is less than 10 would be left-tailed. Because you're looking at like a bell curve. I don't
So
know.
A.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
A, yeah.
And then right-tailed is B.
Yep.
Oh gosh, I'm liking these. Why don't they just keep like this?
I know, right?
You know what I mean? Flip. Okay.
Which relationship would result in a failing to reject the null hypothesis would be like the sky is blue and they couldn't prove that it was red. So we failed to reject the hypothesis. So it'd be like if you failed to reject a girl, you'd be with someone. It's like a double negative. It's really weird.
It's like accepting it, but you don't want to.
So if you fail to reject a girl, then you're with the girl. It's a double negative.
So then would the p-value be less than A because you failed to reject it? Would it be B? Or does it change completely?
I think you're right. I think its p-value is less than A.
So then if you rejected the null hypothesis, then would you go p-value is greater than A?
Yep.
Okay. And what is like the z's and stuff? Are they just throwing that in to throw that in?
Is the z-score? I think the z is the z-score.
And the A is representative of...
The alternative hypothesis. Or is that the A, or is that a little fishy
Ooh.
sign?
Oh yeah, it does look like... Okay, well, I don't know.
It's a level of significance.
Okay.
Sorry. That
That's
looks
what
like
the fish means, level.
Yeah. So if it's not bigger than significance, then you fail to reject. Then you reject it. If p-value is greater than like the standard difference or whatever, then yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to put that into words. The p-value. So standards of significance, say like you're expecting to score like something that is around 80 plus or minus 1%. So like 79 to 81. Then that would be your range or level of significance would be the 1% on each side. But if it was like 5%, then that's the p-value. So if you scored a 75, you're way above standard significance, and you scored way less than whatever your thing is. So you'd reject your null hypothesis.
Okay.
But if you scored 80, then you'd fail to reject the null hypothesis. If you said I was going to get 80 on a test and you got 79, then you failed to reject your null hypothesis because you're like within your standard deviation or whatever.
Okay.
Your standard of significance.
Okay.
So
Ooh. Okay, so then 10, which of the following would be the appropriate alternative hypothesis for H and then A? I'm assuming that is an A. So
Yeah.
if they were worried that the claim amount, they're concerned that the true mean is actually higher than this. Okay, so is that the average claim amount is less than 1,500, or excuse me, higher, greater? I mean.
I think it's the average claim amount is greater. Yeah.
Okay.
It's greater.
C. Okay. And then the null hypothesis, average claim amount is equal, is not equal. So so the original hypothesis, they were saying that the mean was 1,500. So would it be equal to 1,500?
Yep.
Original hypothesis, but the alternative one was that that the mean was greater. So we did that. Okay.
All right. So the next one is the insurance company randomly selects 40 people and calculates the mean to be 1,650. The insurance company assumes the distribution of sample means is normal. Is this a good assumption? Yes, because the sample size is large. Because it's above 30.
Okay, great. Yes, there's that rule. And then, so above 30, you follow what again? Above 30 it's normal. And then below 30, it follows whatever was like preceding it, right? Like right skewed, left skewed, etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the central limit theorem.
Okay, so then that next one is just 13, the central limit theorem.
Yep.
Or is it the law of large numbers?
So the test statistic is going to be Z.
Oh, sorry. So 13 is the central limit?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so Z, I got that.
What one are you on?
On
Lesson.
What question?
Lesson.
15.
Question
How
15.
many are there?
21.
21.
We're close, Michaela. I'm sorry. I'll give him back to you in about 2 minutes. We're so close.
It's okay.
What is the Z-score associated with this test? Okay. So 40 divided by the square root of 36, so 6. So 40 divided by 6 equals 40 divided by 6.
6.666 with a reminder. So does it just want us to round that obviously to 6.67?
I think so, because it's a dollar amount. Divided by 6.66.
6.667, right?
So 6 divided by 6.6666667. So it's going to be 0.9.
Oh, okay. 0.9? Really?
Because it's yeah, so it's the
Is that
150.
15?
Huh?
Was that question 15? 0.9?
Yeah. So we did 150 minus 144, which gives us the number of 6.
Yeah.
Then you divide it by 40 divided by the square root of 36, which is 6. So 40 divided by 6 is 6.66. And so you take 6 and divide it by 6.66. Repeating.
And then you get 0.900. So is it going to be 0.901 because we're rounding to 3 decimals?
I got just, so I did 6 divided by, I didn't round the intermediate calculation, so I did 6.66666. The more sixes you add, then the further away the decimal place gets.
Okay, so you're just gonna do 0.9. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 questions left. What is the p-value associated with the z-score from the previous question? I have no idea. So how do you find the p-value?
Let me check
It's the same thing as the area
the area.
on the applet.
We have to find the area on the applet, apparently.
So the z-score was 0.9, right? So we're going to put that into the applet,
Yep.
and then it's going to produce the area, and the area is the same as the p-value.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I got 0.184.
You're fine. You're fine. Yeah. Point what?
0.184.
Okay. Inference would you make about the null hypothesis for this problem?
You failed to reject it. Because the significance is, what does it say, 0.05?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just.
But we got a 0.9 and we got a 0.184. So are we looking for something that's higher than 0.05 or no?
One sec.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
Oh, it's because if you look at, so the alternative hypothesis is
That's scaring me.
is that the standard the standard deviation will be less than 150, and they
Oh, and
compute
it's
it to be 144.
okay.
So they failed to reject the null hypothesis because
Wait, where'd you get? Oh, 144. Okay.
yeah. So that's why.
Okay. Cool, man.
What
Yeah.
is your conclusion for this problem? We have insufficient evidence that the true population mean is less than 150.
Okay. C.
I think. Yeah. Just because, like, it's one store.
Okay.
There's 2 types of errors that can be made when performing a hypothesis test. Which one involves rejecting the null hypothesis when the null hypothesis is true? That's just type 1. That's just from the reading. A researcher decided that instead of using a true level of significance of 0.05, he will use 0.01. So that just means that the level of significance, so like the difference between what his results are and what the answer is, can be smaller. So that results in type 2 errors increasing.
Okay.
If the level of significance is 0.05, the probability of committing a type 1 error is it just equals that. So 0.05, I think.
Okay, I'll just submit this and see how we did. I like that you get 2 attempts on that. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it's really nice. Oh, we missed 1.
Oh, I missed 3. Why is that? I mean, I do everything you're doing, and I'm always missing.
Oh, I missed 3 too. I got 86.96.
Which one did I? Okay, so we missed the 8 and 9. So I guess it's not greater than or less than.
Did I get them backwards? Oh, I think I got them backwards. All right, I'll run through them real quick and just make sure I got the right ones.
So should I reopen it again for my second try and do it with you, like put them in too, or?
No, just can you tell me what all of them are?
Yeah. Okay. So obviously true, true, and then we've got the null hypothesis for 3.
Yep.
Hypothesis. 5 is C. 6 is A. 7 is B. And then we missed 8 and we missed 9.
So B. So I think 8 is A, and then 10 is B.
Oh wait, 9 is B.
Yeah, 9 is B. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, no worries. Okay, so
Which
if
is
you want to, and then 10 is C.
Okay.
11 is A. 12 is
Okay.
A. 13 is
Okay.
central. 14 is B. 15.
Okay.
It might be that 0.901. I don't know if you want to try that. If you just want to, I don't know. Because why would it say round to 3 decimal places if it didn't want us to include that?
Oh, it's negative. It's a negative p-score.
It's
That's my
negative
bad.
0.9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's below the 150.
Okay.
Oh, that was dumb.
And then 16 is 0.184, and then 17 is fail, and then 18 is C, and then 19 is type 1, and then 21 is 0.05.
Sorry, what was 20?
20 is B.
Oh, okay. And then 0.05. All right, so I'm going to go back over the first ones. I think I might have missed them. So 3 is the null hypothesis. 4 is alternative hypothesis. 5 is doesn't equal 10.
5 is yes.
And then
Does
4
not
is
equal 10.
alternative. 4 is alternative.
Yes, I just refreshed it because I thought you had them. Sorry, I
no.
think.
It's all good. I'll just submit. It's not a big deal. Oh. There you go. Oh, I missed one. Which one did I miss? Oh, 4 is null hypothesis. Oops.
Okay, so true,
Right. Are you
true.
ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so null hypothesis doesn't equal 10.
So C.
6 is less than 10. A. 7 is B,
Okay.
greater than 10.
Okay.
8 is p-value is greater than the level of significance.
So that one's A, right?
Yep. And then B.
Okay.
Average claim
Okay.
is greater than 1,500. Average claim equals
C.
1,500.
A, okay.
Yeah. And then 12A, 13 central, 14Z, 15, negative 0.9. 0.184. Fail to reject the null hypothesis. C, we have insufficient evidence of the true population. 19, type 1. B, the probability of type 2 error will increase, and then 0.05.
Okay, so Monday, point, because I refreshed it. You had like what, 97%?